All right, so today I'm going to show you how to draw a skull, kind of the Japanese style. So what I normally start with would be just the top of the head shape. I'm going to do a 3/4 view, and then I figure out where I'm going to put the eyes. The nose. And then I'll put the cheekbones underneath there. Kind of got like this angle here. I don't do them too different for like a Japanese or whatever kind of skull. It's just the dimensions are a little bit different. Like I'll make the bones a little skinnier. I'll make the eye sockets bigger. I just exaggerate certain things. Like the teeth kind of will come out at this angle. And I'll make the teeth really weird. Maybe some missing ones. They can be a little goofier. I think in Japanese art, they have like a lot of the stuff that they draw has a little bit of a sense of humor to it. It's not like they don't do skulls that are like very scary looking. It's there's a little bit of comedy involved. Like if you look at Japanese dragons, they kind of have like there's something kind of silly about them not always, but a lot of times they kind of have a goofy look. All right, so I kind of jumped ahead a little bit and I added the jaw on there. So this would be kind of the middle of the face, and this is where the chin would kind of line up. Usually work on everything a little bit loosely at the same time. This would be the bottom of the nose. This would be the bones around the eye. There's like that little thing right here. I always kind of really make that pronounced. Do a couple lines underneath there. Figure out the chin. All right, so I made the top of the head a little bit small. It looks like a monkey, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And sometimes they got, like with the Japanese ones, they got like this little butt head type of thing. I don't know why, but I think it looks funny. I like it. And, the skull can be kind of bumpy. It doesn't have to be like perfect. If you do it perfectly round, it looks kind of goofy. It looks a little weird, so. Do some cracks. And put the eye sockets in there. All right, so once you got the head, it kind of goes in a little bit. It's all about like the angles. Like the eye goes in here, cheekbone comes out, and then the front teeth kind of come out like this, and the bottom teeth go in like that, and then the chin comes back out. So you have these different planes. And then once you get to this angle here, the teeth will go here. This is where the jawbone inserts into the cheekbone. And the back of the head, it's a little wobbly there. Some people do the eyes like very round. Put a little shading. Bust out some teeth. I like to do a little bit of shading before I start inking. Like, all right, put a little shading here. Just to make sure I got like the dimensions good. Sometimes seeing a little shading helps, like build up the structure. So that would be just like a quick sketch. You can scribble. It doesn't have to be anything precise. You know, when you're sketching, that's when you make everything super loose. And from here, I think I'm about ready to ink. You can start inking at any area, really. With Japanese, a lot of the things that make it look Japanese are actually the line work. Like, you can make things kind of very defined, like crispy. Like, the end of the line will have like a little blob on it. Or you can make it really angular. With the nose, I like to do like make it look like a little cave. You know, it gets a little darker, and the deeper you go, it gets darker and darker. And then the teeth, with Japanese skulls, it looks like the teeth are usually a little bit extra large. I don't know why they do it, but it's part of the look, I guess. Do a couple dots, make it look like it's been dead for a while.
How important is it to study anatomy when you do these?
I think that with some types of things, it's good to study anatomy. With Japanese, they disregard anatomy, and sometimes, you know, like, you know, you can know the anatomy, but then you have to know when you can break the rules. So it'll have like the right look to it. It's kind of hard to explain when you should do it, but I think that you know, you should have a little bit of knowledge of anatomy. It doesn't hurt. But once you try to make it look super anatomically correct, it starts looking more like a realistic thing, which is cool too, you know. I like to do realistic sometimes. But I think that the more general knowledge you have on anything, the better it is, and it'll actually help you draw everything. So I like to make the teeth kind of messed up. This skull has definitely seen better days. The chin kind of comes out, then you have a little dip there. Another missing tooth. Maybe a missing molar. there's like the jaw has kind of like two parts. Like this part inserts in, and then there's a little dip, and then you have this piece that sticks into the back of the cheekbone. These are like where the eyeballs would go. Do a little bit of line shading just so you can a little bit of shading lines. And there's a skull. Make sure that you don't have to make it too smooth. You can make it kind of bumpy and crazy. Try to put a lot of, I like to try to put a lot of personality into them. They have to have some character. Even though they're dead, their character left their body, they still got some left. I like this one. But the fun thing about skulls, you can really just kind of go your own way. You can put a lot of your own flavor into it. Just do whatever, however you're feeling, whatever you're thinking. Try to put that in there. If you want to make it extra mean, you can just bring that forehead down. I think it's best to just make them look a little crazy. I've drawn a lot of skulls, and I always try to put a different personality to them. It's good to draw them really fast, and then draw 5 or 6 quick ones, and then just kind of develop the one that you think looks the best out of those. Thanks for watching.